Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video like up. In the glittering world of the bold and the beautiful, secrets don't stay buried for long, especially when they're wrapped up in a velvet box and presented as a gift. Luna Nozawa, a character once viewed as sweet, naive, and full of potential, is stepping into new territory, but her latest move, a gift that's as mysterious as it is menacing, might just crack the fragile peace between Steffy Forrester and her mother, Taylor Hayes. What's inside the gift? Why does it shake the very foundation of the Forrester women's lives? And could it unleash a storm that no one saw coming? Let's dive into a fictional, spoiler-fueled 3,000-word storyline that rewrites the rules, pulls no punches, and leaves viewers asking, what is Luna really up to? It was a sunny afternoon in Los Angeles when Steffy Forrester opened the mahogany doors of the Cliff House to find a sleek, black-gloved courier holding a small package. Wrapped in blood-red ribbon, the box carried no card, only a silver tag, engraved with a single name, Luna. Steffy furrowed her brows, instantly suspicious. She hadn't spoken to Luna in days. Their last encounter had been cordial, but cool. After all, the fallout from Luna's drugged confession and Zen's lingering obsession was still haunting the air at Forrester Creations. But a gift. Inside, wrapped in midnight blue velvet, lay a pair of vintage diamond earrings. One Steffy recognized immediately. These were Taylor's, she whispered, her breath catching. Taylor Hayes' earrings, the very ones she wore on the night Ridge had proposed to her all those years ago, had vanished after a heated argument between her and Brooke at the Forrester mansion decades ago. They had never been found. Now, out of the blue, they were back and in Luna's hands. That evening, Steffy summoned her mother to the Cliff House. Taylor arrived in a flowing white blouse, her smile fading the moment she saw the earrings glinting on the table. Where did you get these? She asked, her voice trembling. Luna gave them to me. No note, no explanation. Taylor's hand flew to her mouth. Memories came flooding back, the bitter argument with Brooke, the accusations, the slap, and the screaming. Back then, everyone had believed Brooke had taken the earrings out of spite. It had nearly torn Ridge in half, trying to mediate. Taylor's fingers brushed over the jewels, and a tear slid down her cheek. Those earrings were more than jewelry. They symbolized a time when I believed Ridge and I had a future. If Luna found them, where has she been hiding them all these years? Steffy's jaw tightened. Unless someone else gave them to her. The name hung unspoken in the air. Finnegan. Meanwhile, Luna stood on the terrace of the Forrester guest house, watching the waves crash below. In her hand, she held the matching bracelet to the earrings, a final piece of a puzzle, long buried. In a series of flashbacks, we learn that Luna had found the jewelry locked in a small box hidden beneath a floorboard in Lee's home. She hadn't known the significance until recently, when she'd overheard Lee arguing on the phone with Jack something about keeping the past buried and never letting the Forresters know what she did. Curious, Luna had asked Lee about the box. Lee had been cold. You don't need to dig up the past, especially if you want a future in this family. That threat stayed with Luna. Festering, she had hoped that giving the earrings back might earn her redemption, prove her loyalty to Steffy. But as usual, her good intentions only caused more chaos. Once word of the earrings spread through the Forrester grapevine, it didn't take long for Brooke Logan to make an entrance. How dare she? Brooke barked, storming into Taylor's office. Is this your way of dragging me back into that nightmare again? I never took those earrings. Taylor, caught between rage and confusion, snapped back, then explained why they ended up in Lee's home. Brooke's eyes widened. What are you talking about? Steffy entered with Luna in tow. All three women stared at the young designer as she clutched her bracelet like a lifeline. I found them in Lee's guest room, hidden. I didn't know what they were until Brooke's face drained of color. You're lying? Taylor, however, was staring at Luna with an eerie calm. Why now, Luna? Why give them to Steffy now? Luna's voice cracked. Because someone needed to know the truth. And maybe I wanted you to know I'm not afraid of Lee anymore? Later that week, Lee barged into Forrester Creations like a storm cloud, ready to burst. You little brat, she shouted at Luna in front of stunned designers. How dare you go through my things and use them to start drama? You stole from Taylor, Luna shot back. That wasn't your jewelry to keep. Lee's composure cracked. They were a gift? From Jack. Gasps rippled. Jack Finnegan, Luna's uncle, had always walked the line between charming and secretive. Could he have been the one who kept the earrings all these years, giving them to Lee out of spite? Steffy stepped forward, fury in her voice. You manipulated this whole family. Again. Lee didn't blink. And what will you do about it? Expose me, please. This family's skeletons are buried so deep, no one even remembers half the crimes committed in this building. But Luna had had enough. I'm not covering for you anymore. Back at her Malibu retreat, Taylor sat alone by the fireplace. The earrings glittered in the lamplight beside her. Her hands shook as she poured a glass of wine. The memories hurt. The betrayal. The years she lost thinking Brooke had wronged her. The relationships destroyed. Was Luna's gift really meant to heal her to unravel? Suddenly, Taylor threw the earrings into the fire. Seconds later, she collapsed onto the rug in sobs. Luna was called to Ridge's office the next day. He sat stoically behind his desk, fingers laced. I know you meant well, he said finally, but this reopened wounds we barely managed to stitch closed. Luna nodded, eyes glassy. I thought I was doing the right thing. Ridge sighed. Sometimes the truth hurts more than lies. Steffy walked in, cold and poised. You want to prove yourself, Luna. Start by cleaning up this mess. Luna stood frozen. How? Talk to Jack. Meeting Jack wasn't easy. The man was reluctant, defensive. But when Luna confronted him, holding up the remaining bracelet, something in his armor cracked. I gave them to Lee because she asked, he admitted. She said they'd remind her that Brooke never deserved Ridge, that Taylor should have won. It was revenge. Revenge against who? Everyone. Jack's voice was hollow. I loved Lee, but she loved control more. Taylor visited Luna the next morning. I'm leaving LA, she said softly. What? Why? Because this city doesn't forget. And I don't want to become the woman I was before. I need peace. Luna's eyes filled. I never meant to hurt you. I believe you, Taylor said. But next time, don't play with fire if you're not ready for the burn. As Taylor walked away, Luna's phone buzzed. A text, unknown number. You think it's over. The real secret is still buried, and it's about your father. As the screen fades to black, we see Luna staring out the window, the bracelet in her hand once again. Taylor is gone. Steffy is angrier than ever. And now a new mystery has begun. Who is Luna's real father? And is Lee the only one hiding that truth? Luna's gift, meant to bridge the past and present, has instead detonated decades of buried guilt, betrayal, and secrets. Taylor's happiness is shattered. Steffy's trust has eroded, and Luna, she may have just opened a Pandora's box, even she can't close. One thing's for certain on The Bold and the Beautiful, no gift ever comes without a cost.